Okay, dear students, let me revise today about few important basic pattern in English. Like the first one I have written SVO is short form SVO. So it means S stands for subject, V for verb, and O for object. Now everyone can have the idea that what is a subject, verb, and object, but how to find out actually? You must have some idea about some people or some students I have seen. They know what is the subject, but they exactly don't know how to find out it. So whenever you are asked to find out an object, you are able to identify, but you are not so much sure that you can identify it. Let me tell you how it is easy to identify actually. Suppose if I give you an example. I eat apples every day. Okay, this is a very beautiful example from which we can identify subject, verb, and object. Now, what is the subject here? I eat apples every day. So obviously, the students can identify I as the subject, but there is a basic tricks that to identify your subject, whenever you are using the WH word who and asking the question, then automatically your subject form will come. So you start using the word, make a question, the answer part will become your subject. So whenever I make a question from here, it means who eats apples. Okay, who eats apple? Here the subject will become I. Okay, who eats apples here? The subject is coming here I. So any basically simple trick is that you start using who, make a question form, the answer part will become your subject. Now, how to understand verb? Now, verb means any action word. Any action word which can be your verb. But apart from action word, we have different other verbs also. Like say, if I just cite one example, I am in problem. Now the verb is here only, the helping verb am here, but you cannot say or this particular verb doesn't denote any action. And it denotes your state of mind. Whether you are in trouble, you are in dilemma, so it denotes something very different. But here, mostly your main verb whenever you are given, so they will obviously denote action. Okay, action word itself is verb. Now, and in most of the sentences, immediately after the subject or pronoun, you will find your verb. The usage of verb basically. A child can find out immediately after the subject or pronoun. Now, apples. Now, how to find out object? Apples. By using who you are getting your subject. By using what or whom, any WH word, either what or whom, you can find out your by using what and whom. Now you make a question by using what and whom here. Whom do I eat? This is wrong. So here, what do I eat? By using this, what will be your question form? What do I eat? The answer is coming. Apples. Now apples now will become your object. So this is the first basic pattern actually. SB, subject, verb, object. Now by using who, you might draw your subject. Action word immediately used after subject pronoun. This can be a verb. Verb can denote not only action, it can denote also state of mind. Apple, this is your object. By using what, we got the object. Now I am coming to the second basic pattern. SB double O. Now what is SB double O? You see, second one is SB O. It means subject plus verb plus object plus object. Now, what is object plus object? So, object can be of two types. It can be, your object can be direct or it can be indirect. Now let me cite one example. I will show you how in a sentence more than one object can be there also. Ram gave me a pen. Now by using who you are getting your subject. By using who did give me a pen? Ram. By using who, directly you are getting your subject. Now, here this is the action word, act of giving. This became your main verb. Now, two objects are there. Now, previously I told you in first basic pattern how to find out object by using what or whom. Now, use what? What did Ram give me? A pen. By using what you are getting this. And by using whom you will get this object also. You know. Whom did Ram give a pen? Whom did Ram give a pen? Me. What did Ram give me? A pen. Okay. So two objects we are having. Now whenever you are questioning with what and you are getting your answer, so name this object your direct object. And by using whom you can draw your indirect object. Now you see how in a sentence more than one object can be there. And I am telling you without object actually while we learn active to passive without object it is not possible. So either direct object should be there or indirect object should be there so that we can easily convert active into passive voice. Now the third basic pattern you see. I hope you are able to understand the second basic pattern how in a sentence more than one object can also be there. Number third, S, V plus complement. Now SB plus complement, I should write complement as C. So subject plus verb plus complement. So what is subject plus verb plus complement you say? Now for example if I just write Ram went to school. So who did go to school? Ram. By using who you are getting your subject. Action word, this is your verb. Now, this is the preposition part and suppose you have removed this part. Simply by write he went to, Ram went to, suppose. Are you able to understand anything? No. Now this full word, it is completing your sentence. So this is known as your complement. Now complement is a word which can complete your sentence. Sometimes it happens that in the absence of few words, your sentence may not have complete meaning. So you need to add the words so that the word can provide 100% meaning to your sentence. Now subject, by using who you are getting, action word went, and to is the preposition part, and this full word is adding some meaning to your sentence so that it is known as your complement. It means it is completing. Any word which can help in completing your sentence is known as complement. Now number 4 to see SVA. Now I am writing on the plural S for again subject plus verb, and what is A? A stands for adjunct. ADJUNCT, adjunct. Now I am telling you what is an adjunct. Example, you say he came home yesterday. He came home yesterday. Now you see he, this subject of pronoun, it came is the word, home, this is an adverb. Yesterday. Now before yesterday, this is also an adverb of time and adverb of place. Now before this, if I put full stop also, then it is giving me 100%. He came home. Up to this, when a child read out, when a child is going to read out, then the child finds complete meaning. He came home. Now yesterday, this is just giving you some additional information. Yesterday word, this is an adverb of time which is providing an additional information to the sentence word. Extra information. So any word which can provide you extra information, then this can be your adjunct. Complement is something different. Complement means the word is necessary in the sentence to complete it, but adjunct is not necessary. This is just giving some extra information. So this is known as your adjunct. So adjunct is a word which can only add some extra meaning to the sentence. It has no role whether it is there in the sentence or not in the sentence, but complement is necessary to complete the sentence. I hope these are the 4 basic patterns in English that everyone should know it, because these are the basic, like tense, subject, verb, object. Because unless you know this, then it will be very difficult for you to understand while rearranging the words or phrases to make meaningful sentences. So my dear students, in our next sessions we will be coming with some jumbled up exercises, and with the help of the basic pattern, how you are going to submit. Okay, I hope you understood very clearly. Thank you. Have a good day.